When Matt was born, we were told that he would never walk, would never be able to talk, and would not be able to function cognitively. And we decided as a family that we would give him every chance to grow up and be who he is. He started out working in high school and got a job as a janitorial assistant, and Goodwill helped with that. We just kind of continued on and got re-involved when Matt decided that he'd like to work for Kroger's, and he'd been wanting to do that for quite a long time. So we contacted Goodwill and got re-involved again, and it's just been a wonderful experience.
So Matt began his journey with Goodwill Easterseals probably about 3.5 years ago in our job development program. And that's where he worked with a job developer who helped him build a resume, practice interview skills, and took him on interviews.
The support that his job coach gives him, constantly. You've always been available for us to talk to, and anytime we had questions, you've always been there, and everybody's been very professional and very helpful.
Normally in job development, what we do is we try to just have an individual sample a bunch of jobs because they don't come in knowing what they want to do. Matt was unique in that, where he came in, he was like, Kroger, I want to work at Kroger. There was no possibility of going anywhere else. So his job developer sat down with him, helped him tailor a resume to Kroger, and they went out for an interview.
He is probably the sweetest young man you'd ever want to know. He's respectful, he's kind, he helps me in the house all the time, he's wonderful.
With the help of his job developer, they were able to do something that normally Kroger's doesn't do on interviews. They allowed him to actually practice bagging, just as his interview, since he was still a little shy at that time talking to people. Yep, and they loved him. He aced it, and they offered him the job right there.
I'm at LUBERA. I work at the Kroger's in Beaver Creek. I think Kroger's is a good company to work for. I'm a bagger and a cart person. I always ask them how their day's going. And then I always say, thank you for coming in. Because I'm always happy to help out the customers. It's a fun job.
And John has given Matt a lot of emotional support to help him acclimate to the job and to be comfortable and to be confident with what he does.
Right now, Matt is a courtesy clerk at Kroger Beaver Creek. At that job, he helps with bagging groceries, gathering carts, assisting customers out to their cars if they need it, returning items to the shelves if customers decide they don't want them.
He kind of stands back and lets me do my job and watches how I put the different stuff in bags. Then sometimes John stands there and watches me clock in and stuff. He makes sure that I don't mess up.
And we're hoping to advance onto janitorial positions now at Kroger. If I would guess why Matt wants the janitorial job, it's because it will allow him to interact with customers more. It's that next level of independence for him.
Being able to watch him grow up and overcome those obstacles was really amazing, and I think it was because such a deep love for him that we've all had in the family and wanting to see him do the very best he can.
He embodies what we want to do. We want to help people grow in their independence. Matt started off very shy and timid about talking to people, and now 3 years later he's saying hello and goodbye to all the customers, engaging them in conversation, and I think he's ready for that next step now. All he needs is that little help every now and then because he wants to talk to people. He wants to interact with people. He wants to help them. And I just want to be that person to help him along that path. Because
of Matt being involved with Goodwill and Kroger's, His quality of life has improved so much. He is much more independent, much more confident in his abilities. He just is happier because he has a purpose.
I work at Goodwill Easterseals because it's work worth doing. It's being able to go out every day and help my community. And Matt is a part of my community, and for a lot of people, he's a part of the community that wouldn't be helped. And I just want to make sure he is a part of the community.
Definitely call Goodwill and ask for their help. Any type of questions, any type of resources, they will know how to help. And everyone that I have come across has been so professional and so nice, and we appreciate that from the heart.